Hi, my name is Tom Moretti. Today I'd like to teach you how to utilize a specific practice process to improve the consistency and play of your game. You know, in most sports, coaches give their athletes a series of drills and practice routines that correlate directly to their level of ability. By doing this, they are able to transition their athletes successfully from one level to the next. But in golf, we rarely do this. Golfers tend to practice inefficiently and as a result suffer from frustration and inconsistency in their game. The example I'd like to share with you today is how we would apply the basic technique of chipping to a game improvement process that produces results. I've broken this down into 4 stages. Stage 1 is the mechanical stage. This is where we need to learn mechanical proficiency in this particular shot. This is pretty standard stuff. Most people learn chipping in a similar way. The stance is slightly open to the target line with the feet close together. If I'm working from the ground up, the ball position is off my right toe or back in my stance. The weight should lean slightly onto my left foot. This is creating the impact position that I want when I strike the golf ball. As I move up to the position of my hands after I address the ball, the hands are slightly off the inside of my left thigh. That creates the shaft angle I want at impact, a forward-leaning shaft angle. The stroke itself should be controlled by the arms and shoulders, with the body remaining relatively quiet. As we're working this technique, we do not want to focus on a target. We want to focus on the execution of this particular technique. Okay, so once you've developed a fairly reliable chipping stroke, you're ready to move into the challenge of stage 2. In stage 2, you want to take what you've learned in stage 1 and apply that technique to targets of varying distances. Stage 2 is all about target orientation. I'm using a medium length chip shot here to demonstrate the kind of pattern I'd like you to try to make. You can do this in 3, 5, or 10 ball patterns, whatever you'd like to do. But we want to apply the technique we've learned to a specific target. Once that I've established that I can create a fairly tight pattern around the hole, I can challenge myself by playing a game that you give points to yourself. 2 points inside of 3 feet, 1 point inside of 6 feet. I encourage my students to do this because it gives their practice more meaning. There's not a careless shot when you're trying to play for score. This is important to your development in your practice so that you can bring it out on the golf course. Okay, so after you've mastered the skills of stage 2, you're ready to face the requirements of stage 3, which is for advanced chipping skills. This is an important stage because we want to begin to simulate real golf, just like we would experience it on the golf course. And to do that, you need to learn to use your technique and chip these shots in single shot intervals to your targets. At this point in your practice, I would encourage you to use your pre-shot routine for every shot you play, because you're realigning your body and recalibrating the pace each time. Why is this so important? Because this is the beginning of the process that brings together the mental and physical skills to achieve the necessary consistency you would like to have on the golf course. So if I start with the mid-range shot, I'm going to come behind the ball, decide on my target line and the pace with which I want to play the shot. I step in and align the club face to the target line after I take a practice stroke to feel the shot, then execute. Good, now I'm going to come to the short range shot, go through the same process. This is important because this is how I'm going to play the shot on the course. Come in, practice stroke, align the club face, execute. And finally, the long range shot. Start your whole routine over again. It's very important. Pick my target line, the pace with which I want to play the shot, practice stroke, let it go. Finally, we move to stage 4, where the golfer will begin to develop their high-performance scoring skills. At this stage, you want to try to simulate on-course play, both physically and mentally, which will help you transition to on-course performance successfully. To do this, the golfer has to practice as they play. You want to be able to chip the ball to a specific target and then go and putt it out as if you would do it on the golf course. Start by going through your pre-shot routine. Choose your line and the pace you'd like to play the shot. In this case, I didn't need to putt it out. Performing this drill successfully will help you develop valuable confidence that can be recalled later in a competitive situation. This approach to practice can be applied to every aspect of your game, but it requires a structured practice plan to create more consistency and serious game improvement. This is Tom Moretti. Thanks for watching.